Further, the narrator says over here, when school began, there was a great bustle. Great bustle means here a kind of sound, a lot of noise created by many people or students, which could be heard out in the street. The opening and closing of desks, lessons repeated in unison. Here, unison means at the same time. Very loud with our hands over our ears to understand better, and the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. Here, rapping means knocking or rapping means striking. Explanation of the above lines is Franz describes the usual scene at the school in the mornings, a lot of noise created by the moving of desks, children repeating their lessons, and teachers striking the tables with the rulers could be heard. So, this was the routine of the school earlier. But now it was also still. Still means here quiet, peaceful. I had counted on the commotion. Counted on the commotion means here, counted on means depended upon. Commotion means noise and confusion. To get to my desk without being seen, but of course, that day everything had to be as quiet as Sunday morning. So, this was somewhat unusual. Dear students, the explanation of the above lines is that day was unusual as there was no such sound coming out of the school, and it seemed that the school was closed as it used to be on a Sunday morning. Franz had planned that he would take cover under the commotion and reach the class without being noticed, but that did not seem possible. Further, the narrator says, through the window I saw my classmates already in their places. In their places means sitting on their seats, and M. Himmel, the French teacher, walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. This was such a ruler with which he used to punish the students sometimes. The explanation of the above lines is Franz peeped inside his class and saw his classmates seated and M. Himmel, their teacher, walking in the class with the ruler made of iron placed under his arm. Franz feared a beating. Further, the narrator says, I had to open the door and go in before everybody. You can imagine how I blushed and how frightened I was. Here, blushed means face turned red in color due to shame. The explanation of the above lines is Franz was ashamed of being late and feared a scolding as he had to enter the classroom in front of everyone. But nothing happened. M. Himmel saw me and said very kindly, go to your place quickly, little Franz. We were beginning without you. The explanation is Franz found it strange as M. Himmel did not say anything, and on the contrary means here just opposite, politely asked him to get to his seat as the class was about to begin without him. Further, the narrator says, I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. Not till then, when I had got a little over my fright, I did did I see that our teacher had on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection and prize days. Franz hurried to his seat. After some time, when he overcame the scare and became comfortable, he noticed that their teacher had worn his best embroidered that day. Best embroidered means here best clothes, occasional wears. The teacher normally wore it on occasions like inspection and prize distribution days. Franz wondered means here thought, if that day was a normal day, then what could be the reason for M. Hamel to wear his special dress? Dear students, further videos you will get tomorrow. Thank you, students. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.